Hello Internet again, it's Andy from Andrew Alliance Photography here, and I'm shooting this video as a little bit of a test for myself. I want to compare the results of shooting video on two different cameras. I want to compare what I normally use, which is a Canon R6 Mk1 for shooting my videos, and shooting videos on my phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Just to see what the difference is like in terms of picture quality, in terms of sound. And that's it really, just to satisfy my own curiosity. Just for the techie people amongst you, both the camera and the phone are recording in 4K. The camera at 24 frames per second, the phone at 30 frames per second. Both are set to fully automatic. So don't shoot me for that if you're a photo and video purist. I just wanted to do that for sort of comparison purposes really. Sound to the phone is through the internal microphone, there's no additional things on that. And sound to the camera is using a lav mic here, and that's a wireless Rode Pro. And there's a receiver on the camera that's taking the sound. So we'll just test the video quality. One difference that's immediately apparent is the field of view. The camera is much narrower. That's because I've got a 35mm f1.8 Canon lens on it. The camera at the moment on the phone is the front camera, so that's obviously quite wide, and you can see the amount of clutter around me. I'm shortly going to get up and I'm going to swap the camera around and use the rear facing camera and see if that's any better quality. So let's go and swap it. Right, so I've now swapped the phone around and we're now using the camera that's on the rear of the phone, so I guess you might want to call the forward facing one, I don't know. I don't think I've changed it, is I've altered the lens to try and match the field of view of the camera more accurately, give you a better comparison. Once again, sound into the phone is being recorded internally with no external microphones or anything like that. Sound into the camera, same as before, using the lavalier mic on the Rode Wireless Pro wireless setup. Yeah, nothing different. I think the only thing is the phone again is still recording in 30 frames per second, camera at 24 frames per second. Once again, no post-processing at all, no color correction, no exposure, no color grading, no audio processing, just straight as it is out the camera. What I'm going to do next is throw this footage into Premiere Pro, splice it up, edit it, give you a comparison, and then I'm going to have a look at it, analyse it, come back and record my conclusions and what I think. So I'll see you in a jiffy. Right, so the footage has now been edited, it's in the video. I've had a chance to review it, hopefully you've seen it too. So what do we think? I want to look first at the audio. And I guess there's no surprises there. The audio from the camera with the microphone here on me, a wireless transmitter sending it to the camera wirelessly is far better than that just using the phone's microphone. And I guess that's to be expected. The microphone is what, 4-5 feet away from me at the moment. Or the phone was then, sorry. So 4 or 5 feet away, you're going to get far better quality from a microphone that's 4 or 5 inches away. So from that, I would always say, if you're going to film in a situation like this, get an external microphone that you can plug into your camera. It'll make the audio far better and far more appealing to the viewer. I use this system, which is a Rode Wireless Pro. There are 2 transmitters. One's in my pocket down here out of the way. This is the spare that's not turned on at the moment. They do a smaller version that's dedicated for plugging into a phone, has a USB-C connector on the bottom, you just plug it straight in, so pretty easy to use. So get an external microphone if you can. Turning to the video side of things, the moving image, I was a little bit surprised actually. The footage from the phone camera to me was sort of lacking in saturation, lacking in colours, not very vibrant, which is not something I'd experienced before filming with a phone. So I don't know what made that. There's no doubt the image quality in my mind was far better from the camera. The colours are more vibrant, more saturated, and more pleasing. Also, the slight separation that you get from having control of the aperture on the camera, the slight separation between myself and the background, again, sort of focuses your attention, the viewer's attention, on the presenter. So I think that was slightly better. One thing about the footage from the phone that I found a little surprising was it seemed to jump about at times, and at first I thought that was because it was the autofocus hunting to lock focus, but then I realised that the phones don't have autofocus, they're fixed focus, so it can't have been that. So I sort of thought, well, it must be the image stabilisation system zooming in and out ever so slightly as it tries to stabilise the image. And that was really quite distracting. You can see a couple of examples of that in the footage in this film. So that really where it fell down for me. So I'll continue to use my camera on setups like this. I think the results are far better. But whatever you do, get yourself in front of the camera, get recording videos, get taking photographs, get yourself on social media, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, on whatever platform you choose to use, and get yourself some exposure. That's all I can say. So thanks ever so much for watching, and bye-bye.